Hi guys, I have created this resource document to share with you on building literacy skills for our students in order to help increase overall comprehension, fluency, and phonemic awareness. I've outlined several activities along with suggestions for extension activities and how to differentiate for struggling learners. Our team is excellent at collaborating and sharing resources to help enhance student learning. I hope this will add to our library of resources to help our second graders succeed in reading. Okay, let's start with building phonemic awareness. The two activities I would like to share with you are phoneme segmentation and phoneme isolation. With segmentation, simply show a word and slide your hand underneath it as you draw out the sounds. Sh, t, shut. Have students practice following along, segmenting words by saying the word and then writing it on their whiteboards and sliding their fingers underneath the sounds as they are made. For phoneme isolation, practice familiar nursery rhymes, but say a word incorrectly and ask students to identify which sound was incorrect. For example, yes, sir, 3 bags fall instead of full. Sort items brought from home or found in the classroom by the same initial sounds. Then switch it up to middle and ending sounds is a fun activity we like to do as well. Next is fluency. Reading fluency is the link between word recognition and comprehension. Because once a student can read words fluently, they can free up necessary brain power to focus more on comprehension. The opposite, reading more slowly, disfluent readers tend to read less, and even when they do read, they engage with less text, which results in less background knowledge and vocabulary being less developed. A popular activity for increasing reading fluency is repeated readings. Students read a selected text at the appropriate level for that individual, and they do so silently at first. Then they read it again, either with a partner or out loud to themselves. Some teachers like to have students record these subsequent readings. The idea is the more students read the text, the more they come into contact with sight words or the phonics skills that they are working on. The more they read those same words, the more deeply implanted into their memory and the better overall orthographic mapping results. This in turn leads to greater word recognition, which leads to greater fluency, which ultimately results in greater comprehension. Building word analysis skills, otherwise known as orthographic mapping, is another way to build fluency. Using a program to help increase word recognition through systematic, explicit instruction is the best way to increase fluency, such as our UFly Daily Phonics program. Students in my class seem to really like learning with the 10 frame to build words. Take a 10 frame and use words from the phonics lesson to teach. Model the word, have students echo it, then have students put a marker down for each sound they hear. Then blend the sounds together and say the word. Continuing on to comprehension. One way to increase overall student comprehension is to focus on vocabulary. An activity for increasing vocabulary is through the use of a vocabulary wall. Every time a student comes across a word they do not know or recognize, it goes on the board or in the student's notebook. And efforts are made to not only define the word, but to use it in the lessons throughout the next week. According to Thomas Gunning, relating vocabulary to background knowledge is a more effective way of improving retention by building context and making it relatable. A second strategy for increasing comprehension is asking questions. Giving students questions to ponder during and after the lesson gives the students a purpose for reading. It increases their focus and helps students to think and imagine as they read. As a result, overall comprehension increases. In addition, asking questions will help students learn how to ask and answer questions properly. Teach students to answer questions by restating the question and using a complete sentence. I hope you have enjoyed this video presentation on how to build literacy skills among our students.